want some continuity on the board because, we're all going to be leaving next year, so for the next year's officer board, it's going to be helpful if there's somebody on the board that, kind of knew what was going on last year, so we just want, looking for people that are not going to graduate this year. Anybody have any questions on the open position? Kind of a brief background again on what we're up to this year. We've got kind of 3 signature events that we're doing. There will also be some smaller events that we probably mix in there, and we'll have some more programming come the spring. But for right now, our main focus is on getting the projects up and running with the clients, and that's kind of where our emphasis is going to be during the fall. Is getting everyone set up after pitch night next week to start working on their clients and work on the projects. We will have a speaker panel in October, where we'll be bringing in speakers that are actually working consultants that are going to come in and talk to you about what their companies are like, what their jobs are like, what consulting is like. So for those of you that are really interested in a consulting career, this is going to be a good networking opportunity. We're going to have some people coming in from an energy consulting firm, from a healthcare consulting firm, and then 1 or 2 people coming in from Ernst & Young in October. So that should be a good event. And then in January will be what we are calling our Consulting Challenge Showcase. So this will be, we've got all the projects set so that they're going to kick off the end of this month after pitch night, and then we've got them all set to wrap up about mid-January. And then so on January 25th, we'll have a showcase event in which all of you come in that are working on projects, all the clients come in, various consultants and professionals from the field will come in, and it gives you a chance to kind of get up on stage and say, here's what I did, here's how our project went. An opportunity to, instead of most networking events where you kind of just do the meet and greet and you chit chat for 30 seconds, this is a chance to kind of get up and say, here's what I can do in front of people that are going to be good networking opportunities, people that can help you down the road. Chance to show off, I guess. So that'll be January 25th. This will be the first time we're doing this with the consulting group, so we're really looking forward to it. As well, I guess I will probably have a happy hour mixer the week of the 24th after we've assigned all the client opportunities for the client projects. We're trying to avoid, given the crowdedness of the schedule now with everything having to be rescheduled for next week, we're trying to not schedule another general meeting in September, but we will probably try to schedule a more lighthearted happy hour. Where we don't have to book a room. So the stuff you guys are actually probably interested in is what are the projects. So we'll kind of take you quickly through what the projects are for the semester. We've got 8 of them lined up. We're excited about them. I think it's going to be a good group of projects. Direction, want to kick that off? Very well. All right. So first project on the list is ABB Group. It's an energy services consulting firm. Energy technology services firm. It's based out of, the American division is based out of Texas. Globally, they bring in about 40 billion a year in revenues, and in the U.S. about 8 or 9 billion. It's a big company with a lot of exposure, particularly for people that are interested in the energy industry. They've actually got a couple of projects they'd be interested in us doing. So at the moment, we haven't fully defined it because we're going to see who wants to work with ABB and who likes their pitch when they come in next week. And then we're going to let the team choose, which one they would prefer to do. The options at the moment, one is working on a marketing plan and doing competitive analysis. And the other one is there's a new division that they've kind of started up, and it's been in operation for a little while. And what they'd like is for us to take a look at the business plan compared to what they've been doing and kind of assess, are we on the right track? Is this the right plan for the business? And what would you recommend instead? So it'll definitely be a strategic consulting opportunity with them. What else? We've got the South Coast Angel Fund. Some of you may be familiar with that. It's locally based venture capital fund. And what they do, as most venture capital funds, they lend out money to start up companies. And then what they're having an issue with is, they lend out all this money to these companies, and they need a way to evaluate them along the way. So, what should these companies be reporting to us? How should we be looking at the numbers? Are they doing well? Are they not doing well? We're not really sure. And so what they would like to help with is for a group of students to kind of look at what their strategic goals are, what the mix is in their portfolio, and help them come up with a system of metrics for evaluating the company. So, what should these companies be reporting to us, how often, et cetera. So that's kind of should be a unique opportunity to kind of blend finance and strategy within a project. Robinson Lumber is a locally based company, lumber supplier. They've been in business for well over 100 years at this point, and they're looking for some customer market research. So they're looking for a team to do a market research project from scratch, figuring out, what do we need to know, designing surveys, collecting the data, analyzing the results, and being able to take that data and say to them, here's what you should be doing instead, here's what you should stop doing, here's what you're good at, et cetera. And then Be Well Nutrition is a consumer goods company. It's actually a startup. I've worked with them in the past. They're a really exciting couple of guys that had an idea for a nutritional beverage, and they just went out with no experience whatsoever, and they made it happen. And they have the beverage now. It's called Iconic, and it'll be hitting shelves in this area pretty soon. And what they want to know is, okay, well, once we launch this in New Orleans and in this area, what do we do with it after that? So they're looking for some help with distribution strategy. So they're looking for students to analyze and be able to tell them, all right, which regions should I target first? Which channels should I be looking at? Which retailer chains are going to be best to uphold my brand? So those are kind of the overviews of those 4 projects. I'm going to let Marcus and Scott talk through a couple more of them.
Yeah, we've also got a big project with a couple of people here. The Lens is a non-profit journalism outfit. They're online only right now, and they're part of a kind of conglomerate of websites starting up that's going to focus on local news and local entertainment stuff. They're going to be the news wing, so this is a journalism project. And it's more important than ever with the Times-Picayune kind of, the ownership not really caring so much about being in the journalism business anymore. People like the Lens are going to have to step up and start taking over the journalism functions that are going to be left over by the Times-Picayune not publishing every day anymore. The Lens wants to know how they can become a revenue-generating outfit without relying on a lot of grants and a lot of handouts from nonprofit and government industries. And we've got a few ideas on how they can do that, but I think a team can really put together a good proposal for which ways they can become self-sustaining. We also have the City of New Orleans. They're looking for, and this one's going to be actually a pretty high-profile project. The City of New Orleans owns a bunch of parking lots and parking structures. They know that right now they're wondering if they need to start a parking authority to deal with all these. And they want recommendations on how, they want a team to take a look at how the cities handle their parking. And they want the team to make a recommendation on whether they need to start a parking authority, what the parking fees should be around the city, how the city should, if we should be funneling people off street parking into lots and stuff like that. This recommendation, I think, is going to be pretty big for whatever team does it. I'm pretty sure the city doesn't have the manpower to do this kind of study yet. And so, whatever recommendation this team makes could very well be what the city's doing for the next 10 years. So that's a really exciting project for us.
So the Mayor's Office of Local Economy, what they're dealing with is the tax credits that were introduced a couple of years ago to the state of Louisiana. So everybody's familiar with the film tax credits there. You kind of see the Hollywood trucks all over the city. The second prong of that is live performance tax credits. So these performance companies can also get tax credits just like the film companies can for doing, constructing, and starting live performances here in the city or in the state, even if they travel across the country with their performance. So this project will be looking at the entire process from the very beginning, how these companies find out about the live performance tax credit, to how they actually apply for it, how they qualify for it, and then how they actually receive it. There's been only one company that's done it so far since they've had these credits in place, so we'll be looking at the one performance that took that and ran with it, and also looking at how we can maybe streamline the process. It took them a little bit longer than it has for the film tax credits, how to help them streamline the process, and also how to market it better so the people that are maybe looking at doing live performance in New York or California or other states will be able to find out about Louisiana's tax credits and come down here and make use of those. Offshore Inland Marine is an offshore services company. They work on the boats that